So in this video, I want to talk about losing hope in university. If you're a student at this time, maybe you're an undergraduate student or a graduate student, or maybe you are actually a professor and you're thinking about all the different things in terms of how insignificant and how you're not that great at this moment. But I really want to give you some hope, and I want to tell you that you are an incredible person. So if you don't know me, I am Professor Maslach. I'm an associate professor of innovation strategy and entrepreneurship. And I created this whole reciprocity project to give back as much as I possibly can. There's so many people that help me out that I want to pay the favor forward to help you out. So I'm just going to be very open here at this moment. And I know a lot of you who are watching this, and eventually you might watch this at like 2 o'clock in the morning or something along those lines, and you're wondering, how do you deal with losing hope in university? And I'm going to tell you this right now, is we all have been there. There's not a single person that has not been in your situation. Now, I know that some of you are a lot more down that path, and I encourage you, if you're down that path and you're really struggling at this moment and you're thinking of hurting yourself or something like that, please do call somebody, call a medical professional, and find somebody to talk to. Talk to a friend right away. It does help. It really does help. But we've all been there. I remember some really, really dark times for me where, I feel like, and it happens periodically, it happens every 6 months or every year in my life at least, where I think I can't do something and I can't accomplish something, where I will be, literally, I'll just be in tears, and I'll feel crushed because of something that's going on, and I can't push forward with that. The things that really helped me out is having somebody to talk to. And I know that not everybody has somebody to talk to. So I actually want to give you a little bit of advice on how to maybe frame your situation and frame how you are. So, first of all, I would love for you to realize how amazing you are. And, you're really an important person, and the world really needs you at this moment, but you're probably not thinking that at this time. But what I can tell you is that you probably, in terms of thinking about how you are and maybe framing who you are at this moment, is think about how you can always have it worse off. I know that this seems really crazy if I say this, but think about if somebody in your life or something in your life was gone the day today. It changes. All of a sudden, everything is that about that person. Maybe they're gone out of your life, or maybe that there is something very tragic that happens to you and you're in a hospital. All of a sudden, the things that you're going through at this moment don't matter. We all go through these moments where it is a real struggle, and if we frame what we're thinking about, it's not about achieving that thing and then getting to that sort of area where you are. And maybe you've got C's, or maybe you've got D's, or maybe you're at B's and you're trying to get to A's, or whatever that's going on in your life. It doesn't matter, but we're always thinking about where we should be and where we would love to go, but really thinking about where you could possibly be. Think about how worse it actually can be in your life, and you start appreciating everything that you actually have. You start appreciating the fact that you actually have clothes. Thinking about what the world, how other people are dealing with this, and the simple fact of you being at university at this time, taking courses, it is an absolute privilege. There's so many people in this world that would love to be in your situation. There's so many people that get persecuted all the time for even thinking about going to university. There is a lot of people still to this day where people are afraid of even mentioning the fact that they want to go to university, or afraid of the fact that they are, that they want to speak out or do something different or something along those lines. And And every day they're frightened. And you are able to watch this video. You actually have a computer in front of you. You have a laptop. You have a cell phone, whatever it is that's in front of you. And that simple fact means that you are doing better than 95% of the people in this world. And I know you don't want to hear this at this time, so I'm going to get you to think about something else. And if you can think about this, it would really, really help out. Think about where you have come from. Think about where you were simply 2 years ago and what you have accomplished in the last 2 years. And you will be amazed with all of the things that you've accomplished and what you've gone through and the trials that you've been able to deal with and the incredible things that you've accomplished and all of these great ideas or great projects or whatever. And you've gotten to this point. That means that you're an incredible person. And if you're an incredible person and able to do that, that means you can keep going and push through what you're going through right now. I know it could get really tough, but it really does matter what you are doing. And you really can do this at this time. I know it is a really tough thing that you're going through. It always is. But if you've gotten to this point and you've developed and you become such an amazing person that you are at this moment, then you can keep going and get through the next point. Now, the last thing I want to mention is you are an incredible person. It is an accomplishment to be in university. It is an accomplishment to do the things that you've done. It is something that's very special. It is something that you are part of that not a lot of people are part of. And you are doing wonderful things that will change this world. Now, I know that you're not going to see this at this moment in terms of what you've done and where you can do, or what you can do, and what you're going to change. And that's not the way it works. You're not going to see an immediate change. You're not going to see anything happen right now. But what I want you to do and think about, and maybe in 10 years, if you watch this video and this changes your mind, I want you to come back in 10 years and tell other people on this video what you have done and what you've accomplished. In 10 years, you will have benefited so much from doing what you're doing at this time and pushing through to the next little step, that all of this anxiety, these feelings that you feel are not going to matter. And this is how we actually accomplish things in this world, is we keep going and we look back and we say, man, that was incredible that I did that. I have the confidence to do the next step in my life, and I could do that. And you do that decade after decade after decade. I've not met anybody at any age that doesn't have their own unique struggles, that are not pushing through to something that is a challenge in their life. But if you have the confidence to do this at this moment, and you have the confidence to be in your spot at this moment, you can really change this world. Go out there, change this world, and make it incredible. And the only way that you can do this is to persevere through what you're doing right now. And I know you have this.